When I have students that are having difficulty, either undergraduate or graduate, in the lab or in coursework in my class, usually one of the best things to do is to let them know that I've had similar situations. I've known many other people that had similar situations. You can get actually more out of mistakes and failures than you get out of things, especially if they work the first time. In fact, when something works for me the first time, that really frightens me, because that something's wrong. If I have to do it several times and I finally get it to work, then I'm probably doing it right, and it probably actually did work. But I didn't always get A's, and I certainly didn't always get A's. We'll just leave it at that. So I remember when I got A's, what I did, and when I didn't, what I didn't do generally. And so I think I can give good advice on how to prepare and how to keep up with the classes and stuff like that. With the general frustrations in the lab, I certainly have years of experience in things not working in the lab, so I can certainly commiserate, but I can also tell them, if you just stay at it, that's sort of the main thing, is just to stay at it and don't let it get to you. Talk to other people about it, and we'll probably figure out a way to get past it. And if it looks like it just can't be done, well, we'll just let go and move on and do something else.
Some of the greatest failures have resulted in some of the greatest studies, because you learn a lot more from failure than you do success. So when you succeed, you're just going in one direction. But when you fail, you think about many other directions that you can go in to succeed. So when you're failing, it kind of opens up more opportunities, because there's just that much more that you're capable of, and you have to think a lot more than when you're succeeding. You need to think about, so say you fail an experiment and you don't know why. So you're going to have to go and look at that experiment, and you're going to have to think about every single possible direction you could go in. Whereas if you succeed, the first time that you do it, you're just going in a straight line instead of branching out and doing a bunch of different things.
More often than not, experiments just don't work. A lot of the effort that we put, not everything can work out, and that's also very important, because it also teaches lessons. And so for me, when I go into lab, I have a very different mindset. So I come in with the mindset of, I'm not just going to pipette today, I'm not just going to clean vials. I'm going to prepare the foundation of the experiment I'm going to run, because if I do this wrong, everything else doesn't work. But alternatively, if things don't work out, that's okay. There's something to learn from that, and maybe you've done something that shifts the paradigm, right? I can imagine this is what the quantum physicists, what we later refer to them as quantum physicists, thought when there's all this data that didn't match up. And so sometimes you end up with a paradigm shift, and sometimes hopefully you end up with a learning opportunity. So I don't mind failing. The only time I get upset is when things don't work out the way that I think they should, and I can't isolate the problem.